Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
You've been given an important task.
Hey, welcome back lads. So we have even more leaks about the next Black Ops game / Call of Duty 2024, and now we're able to identify some of the locations that the game and multiplayer maps will take place in, and it's all thanks to those recent leaked images and artwork that we have seen. Yeah, even though the game is still, 2 years away, we know a lot about it. So we know about a total of 5 or 6 multiplayer maps, and there are images for just 2 of them, all found in the files of Warzone Mobile. And one map that we talked about last time was Stealth, a map set on a desert airbase with the F-117 stealth fighter, and the other map was Pillage, which looked to be some kind of palace. Now, the leaker Reality UK that has released all this stuff released a higher quality image of Pillage, which allowed us to see exactly where and when the map takes place, what it's based on. Because in the image for this map, there is artwork on the walls of the palace, and it was finally identified as a piece of art depicting Saddam Hussein, the ex-leader of Iraq, or Iraq, I think is what Americans call it, and using that information it was then found that the map itself looks exactly like this, just like this, the Palace of Babylon, which belonged to Saddam, and that palace was raided during the 2003 invasion of Iraq by US forces, right? So the palace was pillaged, hence the name of the map, and then obviously that does go to show that part of the game will then take place in 2003, and a big part of it will be the Iraq War. Meanwhile, the other map, Stealth, seems to be based off of the Gulf War, which happened in Iraq and Kuwait, but about 12 years before the Iraq War. So the game will explore both of these things, even though they are somewhat similar, I think, from the perspective of Russell Adler. And if I was to guess, the game will take place in 2003, the invasion of Iraq, while the Gulf War and Battle of Mogadishu, or Black Hawk Down, you know, the Black Hawk Down incident, we know that is also in the game. Those will be like flashbacks, right? We know that most Black Ops campaigns are set in kind of whatever time period, and a large part of them is always flashbacks to something that has previously happened, and this will 100% involve Adler and Perseus. So yeah, we have the Gulf War in the early 90s, the Black Hawk Down incident / the Somali Civil War in the early 90s, and then if you want to call it that, the present day will be 2003. And what's so interesting about all of this is that it's conflicts and a time period that Call of Duty has never explored. So yeah, I want to see that. Now, the time period is also backed up by a leaked weapons list, and once again, it's very early days. This game is still 2 years away, but there have been a load of weapons also leaked. So I've made these graphics to show them off. I'll probably just leave it in the background with some music or something, and yeah, that is about that. So stay spicy, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Adler! What the fuck? What the hell was that? We're supposed to be a unit.
With Perseus, standard operating procedure goes out the window, son.
Well, did we get the data recorder?
No. Must have been destroyed on re-entry. You don't get the war we're fighting, do you? Stitch is capable of anything. Secure the site.